Gervonta Tank. Davis's next fight was already controversial, but now it's complete chaos. Just hours after landing in Dubai, where he was supposed to start his final preparations for the fight against Lamont Roach, he got a welcome he never saw coming. A heated face-off at Dubai International Airport turned physical when Lamont Roach literally swung at Tank, sending shockwaves through the boxing world. Security jumped in immediately, separating them before things got even worse, but the damage was already done. Reports say Tank almost canceled the fight on the spot. And let's be real, this fight was already getting major backlash. With 2025 being Tank's last year in boxing, fans expected him to take on only the biggest names. Instead, he's stepping into the ring with Roach, a skilled fighter no doubt, but not exactly a superstar. Now people are wondering, did Roach throw that punch just to hype up the fight? Let's break it all down. This fight wasn't even supposed to happen. For months, Tank had been looking for a mega fight to kick off his final run in the sport. Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez, Shakur Stevenson, those are the names fans wanted him to face.
I don't know Lamont Roach, but, when you're looking at Shakur Stevenson, when you're looking at, these other fighters that he should really be fighting, he don't want to do them fights. He wants to retire.
Yeah.
So don't come and, but don't come at me.
Yeah.
And go, oh yeah, let's give it all, very big bollocks and go, oh yeah, let's give him some stick and then make out like we want the fight. And then we send an offer over and then you fight for 15 million and yet you fight Lamont Roach. Don't do all that. Do you know what I mean?
It was a real offer. That was true then.
It was a real offer. We offered, I said, listen, you keep talking my promoter's gonna get back to you in 48 hours. 50 minutes, initial offer sent over. But was it Uncle didn't let him out to play? His boss didn't let him out. That's it. So he wants to talk about, 50 million. First offer.
There was room to negotiate.
Of course there was. But he's an idiot. I don't even know if he knows what negotiating means.
But then, out of nowhere, Lamont Roach's name started getting thrown around.
And Gervonta Tank Davis just been released to the public. We know now, December 14th, Houston, Texas. He's going to be facing a very tough opponent in Lamont Roach. Can you tell us a little bit about the history between them two?
Oh man, they've been knowing each other from the amateurs, silver gloves, everything. They grew up actually together, Roach and him back and forth battles and whatnot. It's going to be a pretty interesting fight, you understand? Because Roach he come to fight, and I think it's a great fight. Everybody talking all that stuff about, why Roach? Because he signed and took the fight, you know what I'm saying? And it's good for the community.
Now, Roach isn't just some random fighter.
Now, let's get one thing straight. Roach isn't just some random fighter. He's the current WBA super featherweight champion and has been grinding for years. But let's be real. When it comes to star power, he's not on Tank's level. So why is this fight even happening? Turns out, there's some serious history between these two. Their rivalry goes way back to their amateur days. They fought multiple times as kids, and Roach has always insisted that Tank was never as dominant over him as people believe.
Lamont and Tank have history. What can you tell us about their history and how that's going to play into the fight come fight night?
They got amateur history. They fought maybe 2 or 3 times. Tank being the winner. They sparred a few times. Tank got the best of the sparring. They just bigger and stronger now, older.
Now, it's some word out there that Lamont say, he got some film that don't make Tank look too good. How could that affect, the outcome on December 14th?
Shit, man. Tank, last 4 or 5 opponents all had film about how they beat him up in sparring. If that's the case, that shit happen. But fight night, we all know the outcome.
But instead of waiting for fight night, Roach made his move early. So, what really went down at Dubai Airport? According to reports, Tank had just landed with his team and was walking through the terminal when Roach and his entourage showed up. Words were exchanged, and security was already keeping a close eye. But no one expected Roach to actually throw a punch, and yet he did. He lunged at Tank and landed a clean shot to his chest before security rushed in to break things up. Tank was furious. His team was ready to throw down, and for a moment, it looked like an all-out brawl was about to break out. But airport security quickly stepped in, separated them, and escorted Tank out before things could escalate further. But let's be real. Was this just an old rivalry flaring up, or was Roach trying to hype up the fight? At the end of the day, Roach isn't dumb. He knows Tank is the A-side in this matchup, and getting attention is part of the game.
Why was it so easy when he fought Frank Martin?
Frank Martin was inexperienced and nervous. You know, it is what it is. It's going to be a different fight when I'm in there. He's going to be a different fighter when he's fighting me.
Hey, what's your film plan?
Whoop his ass. I'm always looking for a knockout. No matter what, I'm always prepared for 12 rounds. But I'm always looking for a knockout, and if I get the chance, I'm going to try to knock his head off.
Roach knows the truth. Most people weren't excited about this fight. He also knows the only way to get fans invested is by turning it into a real grudge match. Let's be honest, before that punch, no one was really talking about this fight. But now, it's trending everywhere. Even big-name fighters like Terrence Crawford and Ryan Garcia have weighed in, with some calling it a desperate stunt to sell tickets. And honestly, it worked. People who had no interest in this fight are now locked in. They want to see if Roach actually has what it takes to challenge Tank, or if he just made the biggest mistake of his career. But here's the wild part. Tank actually considered canceling the fight after the incident. Sources close to him say he was completely done. He felt disrespected. He felt Roach crossed the line, and more than anything, he felt like he shouldn't even be fighting Roach in the first place.
Back have to get the shot. Everyone stay down. Thank you.
Right here, right there. Like that. You got it. Yeah.
Yes. Go get active.
Look, Roach isn't dumb. He knows that Tank is the A-side in this fight.
No, I think Lamont Roach is a terrific fighter. He might be a little over his head with Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis is, to say the least, he's a beast. He really is. He's a tremendous fighter. He's a dedicated fighter when it comes to training and fighting and making sure that he's in optimal conditions when he steps inside that squared circle. It's going to be a tough night for Roach, but you can never count him out. You know, watching him fight up close and personal, he's sneaky good, which means he can catch you at any time. He can land combinations, sometimes at will, without you even knowing it. You know, he's that sneaky. So, yeah, it's going to be very interesting. But, obviously, Gervonta Davis has the experience. He has the knowledge. He has that mean streak in him that will take you out with any punch.
There were serious talks about Tank pulling out of the fight altogether, and honestly, no one would have blamed him. This is supposed to be his last year in boxing. Every fight from now until retirement is supposed to be huge. Interview. 6. Fans don't want to see Tank taking on lesser-known opponents. They want blockbuster matchups.
My whole family's from DC. My whole family, like my entire family.
Don't bring them. Don't bring them.
For what?
Don't bring them. I'm telling you,
They gonna celebrate with me. Yeah,
don't bring them.
It's gonna be a party on your floor.
I'm gonna let y'all know, son. His father was up here shaking on the what's the name? He was shaking on the
Pops.
on my kids. He was shaking on the on
Hey,
my kids. He was
never.
shaking.
Don't never, bro. That's cap. What I'm about to say?
How you gonna say it's cap? And
It gotta be.
You gonna say it's cap? I'm watching them.
Gotta be. Hey,
Somebody
That's
lying.
good.
hey,
Yeah, somebody lying.
Hey.
Somebody lying.
hey.
Okay, Tank.
So when Roach pulled this stunt, it gave Tank the perfect excuse to walk away. But then, something changed. Maybe it was the backlash from fans. Maybe it was the idea of not letting Roach get away with this. Or maybe, just maybe, Tank realized that now, this fight actually has some real heat behind it.
25 is at the next year. I'm out of it.
After our second fight. You're out of it?
Yeah,
Care to elaborate on that?
out of the sport.
After our second fight. Nah, no, I'm gonna win, bro.
Nah, I could tell you my fights.
The fight is still on, and now it's more personal than ever.
fact that Lamont Roach is as familiar with Tank Davis as he is, it goes beyond them fighting in the amateurs. They've spent time in camp together. He's been around Tank. He's seen Tank up close and personal, whether he's in the ring with them or not. That matters. When you know a guy's rhythm, when you know their speed, when you know what they're thinking, that changes everything, you know? Saying all this to say that because I know we got a lot of people, it don't matter. When he get hit, he going to sleep. Just wait for it. This might be a fight until he gets hit. And again, he's tasted that before. So if he gets hit and he doesn't go away, we got a fight on our hands, you know? I think it's a good fight. I think that there's better fights for Tank Davis, but this is a good fight for him.
Tank looks absolutely locked in during his latest training clips, and fans are taking notice. Under the guidance of his new coach, Derek James, his movement looks sharper, his footwork is cleaner, and his power is just as scary as ever.
People who I fight, when they start talking, that's when y'all get them. I'm gonna beat his ass.
He can't do shit with.
For
I don't
real.
give a fuck.
So y'all better be quiet.
I don't give a fuck if y'all was quiet. If y'all was live.
He got the other wood over there, Tank.
Like, twist it up. I don't give a fuck about none of that.
Y'all can do whatever
I don't care
y'all
about
want.
none of
My
that.
mother, he
I
can't
don't care
stop
about no
nothing
hood,
over
no
here.
none of that.
Not at all.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna fuck him up.
Not at all. Never. Nothing's
y'all
gonna get fucked up
y'all
over here.
face up.
What do I look like getting fucked up?
Okay.
That shit.
Okay.
That shit ain't never gonna stop nothing over here.
And he gonna pay for it. I guarantee he pay for it.
I can't.
I guarantee it.
Calm down. Calm down, brother.
Come to the fight. Come to the fight.
They probably gonna get you fucked up.
Tank looks absolutely locked in during his recent training clips, and fans are noticing the difference.
He's been putting in serious work, showcasing explosive combinations, head movement. That's better than ever, and a level of focus that proves he's taking his final run in boxing very seriously. James, who has trained elite fighters like Errol Spence Jr. and Jermell Charlo, seems to be bringing out an even more disciplined and dangerous version of Tank. If his training camp continues at this level, Roach and anyone else stepping into the ring with him this year might be in serious trouble. Even with all the drama, many boxing experts aren't happy about this fight. The biggest criticism? Tank is running out of time.
That's why I don't want to box anymore. I want to do therapy, right? But I feel as though if I do therapy, it will lose the fire that I have inside me. I want everything out of me, West, so I don't never think about fighting again. I don't think about even getting angry, you know what I mean? Because I have two daughters. I'm wanting to be much softer, you know what I mean? Be more humble and things like that.
Fighters like Shakur Stevenson, Teofimo Lopez, and Devin Haney are all calling for a shot at him, fights that could cement his status as an all-time great.
We made this shit trash, garbage.
If you got the opportunity to sign a prospect for GTD, who will be?
Gervonta, something should have happened during this time, because when we saw you when I saw you at the Frank Martin press conference, it looked like you were like, the talks about retirement was not even discussed at this moment. And now it's something you keep on repeating. Is it just because obviously what you've done through boxing since you were a kid and everything? Where's Calvin Ford? Is Calvin Ford or Leonard Edelby? Usually they're around to.
You think you might be gaining love for it though? You never know. Like like say you got to walk today.
Instead, he's fighting a guy who, while talented, doesn't have the same star power.
And then you hope Tank, I know he's announced that he's retiring at the end of 2025. I don't know if you believe that or not, but
I don't know. I thought he was very sincere. I mean, like sometimes the hunt
fed up with,
maybe, but boxing can do that to you, I think, in general. So I think that maybe he wants to do something different with his life. We can only look after our own, and that's Shakur Stevenson. And for me, Schofield, Zepeda, Tank. That's the plan for 2025. And if we were to do that, I think Shakur against Tank is one of the best fights in boxing.
But here's the thing. Tank doesn't care. At this point in his career, he's calling his own shots. He's fighting who he wants to fight. And if that means settling old business with Roach before moving on to the big names, then so be it.
Tank says that he's going to retire at the end of next year. Do you think he has one foot out the door
Yeah, for sure. I think that was a mistake for him to say that, especially in front of me. So, I'm gonna just take advantage of him and show him why he shouldn't have said that or why he shouldn't be contemplating that.
Tank Davis.
Bad dude. See, what I like about Tank is Tank brings something different. Back in the days, everybody had something. Muhammad Ali was a mover boxer. George was a puncher. Ernest Shavers was a puncher. Everybody had something they brought to the table. Larry Holmes had a jab. Mike Weaver had overhand right. You know what I'm saying? Everybody had something. That division now is full, and Tank having to be the knockout guy of the division. He the one with the main knockout power. Garcia has it too, but Tank got that real knockout power that, like, if Tank hit one of them clean, usually they gonna have a problem. So it's like, I like Tank. Every now and then, I think when he knows he can beat somebody, he probably don't lock in as hard, but I think when they bring challenges, he locks in.
Yeah, he fights to the level of his competition. He was doing that a lot.
And he got to be careful of that.
2 fights ago, he was really doing that.
You feel me? So you got to be careful of that, because if you come in and think somebody is not at your level and you underestimate them, it can get you beat. So that's the only thing I think you got to be careful of. Other than that, Tank is a really good fighter.
That's all for today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section. Stay tuned. We'll catch you in the next one.